Hello, this is Todd with Northgate Laser Creations. Thank you for purchasing one of our trellises. But now you've got your trellis and you've got it unpacked and you're wondering how exactly to put this thing together. So start with the uprights. They're all put together. You'll notice there's holes on one side. Put those towards the top. You'll also have 3 cross members. There should be all different lengths. And a bag of dowel pins. So the first thing you do is you take the dowel pins out of the bag, and you'll notice the larger holes on the uprights. You put the dowel pins in those holes. So next you take the longest cross brace. You'll notice there's screws already pre-started in there for you. And on the other side, there's 3 holes that are 1/4 inch holes. Those are for the dowel pins. The big key to remember is there is a groove, and the groove goes to the top. So you start with the middle dowel pin. You put that, line that up, put that on. Then you take the outside upright and you pull that out and place the dowel pin in that one. Then you take the other upright and line that dowel pin up. Then you put in the screws for those 3 uprights that have the dowel pins. Don't worry about these other 2 uprights. We'll get to them in a little bit. So next you take the next longest cross piece. You notice there's 2 1/4 inch holes drilled in the back. Remember, the groove goes towards the top. Put 1 dowel in there, spread it out. Put the second dowel pin in there. And put the 2 screws in right by where the dowel pins were. We'll get to the other screws in a minute. So next you take the shortest cross piece, and it's got the 2 holes in the back again, and you line up those holes with those dowel pins, put those in, put the 2 screws in that go right next to those dowel pins. Then what I like to do is I like to go back up to the top. What you do is you take one of the uprights that you haven't screwed in to this top piece yet. You put it about in the middle. You put the screw in. Don't worry if it's not perfect. This wood is fairly forgiving. And then you go to the second one. Line it up so it's in the middle of the cross piece. Put the screw in. Then we go down to the middle piece. And again, we just line up. We line up the screws so they're right. You're going to hit the center of those uprights. Might have to move them around a little bit. Then we go to the bottom one. And again, line those up. And there, we've got it all together. Now if we flip it over, you'll notice towards the bottom there is the stake, in case you want to stake it into the ground. If you want to stake into the ground, you just take 2 screws out, flip the stake around, put the screws back in, and then you can put it in the stake it into the ground. If you choose not to use the stake, I recommend just leaving it the way it is. So that way you have it in the future if you desire to use it. And now for the fun part. Once you place the trellis where you'd like it in your yard, you take the saying that you've decided upon and you just put it in the slots in the cross pieces. And that's all that's to it. If you'd like to purchase a second saying, then you can just switch it out anytime you'd like. Thank you for your purchase, and I hope you enjoy your new trellis.